Oh shit! Just kidding. What's up, everybody?
I didn't think you were actually gonna do it. Oh man!
Oh, we got demonetized on YouTube for that now. Oh man, we're back at it.
That was funny. Yeah, welcome to episode 14. Holy smokes!
14. I never thought
we are
we'd get
14
this far,
episodes in.
Honestly,
Well, considering how many hiccups we've had over the, this is technically episode 16.
At least 16 or 17,
something like that. Yeah,
there was one week that didn't record, right? The first one.
And the very first one didn't record, and then one, I think it was original episode 13. We recorded it with no audio,
12.
So that one doesn't really. Oh, is that what it was?
It was 12. We recorded 3 times.
Not to mention the technical difficulties of you bumping your desk and your computer shuts down.
Yeah, I have to find out how to fix that. I don't understand. There might be something loose. I don't know.
Anyway,
really careful.
Well, let's get into this one. We've got a good welcome back episode here, and you might notice, Jones, that my backdrop's a little different.
It is.
No, I did not move. Funny enough, I did move my computer to another room because I have a roommate moving in.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm actually in Missouri right now in a hotel for the military police investigator course.
Nice.
That started last week, and it's going to go until the 23rd of May. So I'm going to be here for a hot minute, dude.
I mean, I think that means we're going to actually have back-to-back podcasts for the first time in forever.
Potentially, yeah. No, yeah, because, I mean, as long as we stick to doing them on the weekends, I have weekends off, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so, okay, dude, I know I talked to you about this earlier, but I got to mention it for the podcast viewers because this is the most hilarious thing ever. I cannot believe this is a real place. But you already know what I'm getting at?
Oh, yeah.
So,
oh, yeah.
I am in the middle of effing nowhere, South Central Missouri, at Fort Leonard Wood, also known as Fort Lost in the Woods.
And it's fucking huge base.
We're up there in the Ozarks, right? Kind of in the middle of nowhere. But ever since I got like 50 miles out, or even 100 miles out, I was seeing billboards for a roadside attraction called Uranus, Missouri. All right? It is an unincorporated town. It's not even a town. It is a structure. It's a roadside museum. But the thing, well, and let me back up. These billboards are saying things like "great fun waiting in Uranus," or "come explore Uranus," or stuff like that. Like they are going all in with this name. Oh my god! And the thing that they want you to pull off the highway for. I can't even say it. It's a fudge factory. The Uranus, Missouri Fudge Factory and Roadside Museum. Yeah. This place
Uranus
is amazing.
Fudge.
And it is literally 2 blocks away from this hotel that I am sitting in right now.
Oh.
I drive past it twice a day going to and from the base. And they have even signage on the property, right? Things like, "we'll pack your fudge." They have a sign in their parking lot that says, "we'll pack your fudge." I just noticed that one the other day. They have an additional parking sign across the street that says "more parking in Uranus."
More
my lord.
What?
More parking in Uranus. Yeah.
What
and here's the thing.
Legendary.
Oh, absolutely. The owner claims to be the mayor of Uranus, right? But here's the thing. It's not even a town.
Yeah.
And on their website, it says it's not a location, it's a destination.
That dude,
they're going
might be
all
the
in on
funniest
this.
man of all time.
I know, right?
Love it.
And their slogan is, and I quote, "the best fudge comes from Uranus." It is amazing. I didn't get a chance to go. I was going to go today. But then I ran into some stuff, had to take my clothes into town to a laundromat because apparently the hotel I'm in doesn't even have laundry service.
Really?
Right?
That's
it's
an army
a
base for you.
freaking. No, I'm not even on base.
That's
I'm
a
north
army
of
base
base
for you.
Nah.
Have you gotten
I'm
your
at
hair cut
a
off base
days
yet?
in. Say again?
Have you gotten your hair cut off base yet?
No. I got my haircut before I came down here. I'm dreading it.
Yeah, they fucked my hair up. They fucked my hair up, dude.
Which place, so I know where not to go.
It's as soon as you come off base, there's like a little strip of like buildings on your left as you're leaving base. Maybe like a quarter mile off base. And there's a spot in there, right next to a massage parlor, I think.
I was looking at that massage parlor, actually.
Dude, they fucked my hair up so bad.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in addition to seeing the most hilarious destination, not location, I've ever seen, I'm here for the Military Police Investigator School. Just finished up week 1, doing everything about the law, right? So we're learning about the basis of our laws, which is the Constitution, host nation laws, U.S. statutes, all that kind of stuff. So we laid the groundwork, and then we've been working our way through the 4th and the 5th and the 6th Amendment and how that applies to, well, yeah, because we need to know these things about searches and seizures. We need to know about Miranda rights. And as we're going through these, we're learning about all the different case laws that came out of, that have been ruled on in the past that have changed the laws so that they are now, what we have. So it's important to know those things. It's important to know where the laws come from so we can enforce the law. And the tricky part I'm discovering is separating civilian law from military law, right? Because we do have a lot of people in this class that are National Guard who work with local police departments, right?
Well,
so their
a
day
lot of the
job
time,
is cop,
they might
but their day job is a civilian cop.
A lot of times they might also have, like you said, their dual, or when they get called up in a national emergency, or for what's it called? Where they call the guard in martial law, because they send guard and reserve or guard in before active duty. Like they have different jurisdictions too. It's a being in the reserve now. It's a real like weird line that they have for National Guard.
And well, jurisdictions. We spent a half a day on jurisdictions. Yeah,
I got out of that class. I told you last podcast. I've been in 2 law classes already for Homeland Security. Yeah, and that last one was that. It was you said it. What you went over the 5th, the 8th, and
we went over 4th, 5th.
And
we've gone over 4th, 5th, and I think 6th.
So your 8th Amendment 2, you'll probably go over.
I think we hit that one too.
Yeah, because anyway. We went like really in depth in that.
Yeah.
Because
but anyway, yeah. So that's that was week 1. We take our test first thing tomorrow morning. That's our first test over that unit before we move on. I've got a good group of people in my both at my table and the table right behind me. We always kind of get grouped up together. Yeah, these people really know what they're doing. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm learning some stuff. You got any guard guys from out here?
Echo.
No, not yet. We haven't. What's up, Echo? Good to hear from you. Good to see you.
There's an opening over there right now, I think, for a tech sergeant.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I happen to be a tech sergeant. So
about that, yeah.
I talk to those guys a lot, and they like me, and I like them. I gotta get the health thing first, but we'll see about that.
Yeah, so that's new. That's what's new with me. What's new with before we move on, I did mention I am getting a roommate. He is actually moving in starting next week. When he gets back from his leave. Yeah, he had some hullabaloo with his lease.
Hullabaloo.
Some stuff happened, and he needed a place to crash for a few months before he deploys. So he didn't want to try and move into his own place for only like 4 or 5 months and then turn around and deploy. So I told him, you can crash with me. I'll add you as a lessee. We'll both be saving a shit ton of money over these 6 months. And then when he'll deploy, he'll come back and he'll have his own place ready to go because he's already on some waiting lists. Sweet. So it's working out pretty good.
Works out
so
great.
I'll be saving quite a bit of money over these next 6 months. And he's a good guy. Has an adorable fucking dog.
Nice.
Like, holy shit.
So you're going to be watching the dog while he's deployed?
No, he is going to. Well, I guess we haven't really talked about it, but I think what he's going to do is he's going to send his dog with a lot of his stuff back home.
Ah, okay.
While he's deployed.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
sad. Because having a dog around is amazing.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so he'll be fully moved in, and he will have been fully settled for like a month and a half by the time I get back from this course.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so that's new with me. What's new with you, Jones?
Not a whole lot. Just finished a class in disaster management this time.
Oh, yeah, this is the FEMA course thing, right?
Yep, so a lot of FEMA stuff. Not really necessarily what I want to do, but it's really good shit to know, honestly.
Well, I'm sure they're good prerequisites too, right? For future courses.
What I've learned in this entire time that I've been doing this course is, having done BDoc and having done FCC, I know a lot of this shit already. Or having done patrol in Turkey, like having, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that they go over is like, think about a BDoc QC, right?
Right.
And all the
you got to set all reacting to a situation. You got to set up ECPs, TCPs. You run through some checklists. I can't imagine.
That's FEMA. like
just on a bigger scale, right?
It's FEMA on a bigger scale. Yeah. It's I've known a lot of the answers to everything just based off of that and military experience in general. All the instructors are prior military. The guy that just taught us, he was a prior Marine. I think he got out as a captain or a major. He was prior active duty or prior enlisted and then went to commission. So he was pretty cool.
Did you ever ask him which flavor of crayon was his favorite?
He joked about it a lot. He went on himself in the Marine Corps all the time, making fun of himself.
That's hilarious.
It was Navy and me, right? So one Air Force guy and a bunch of Navy. So they make fun of that all the time. Other than that, I was on base.
You didn't come out of there all floppy wrist, did you?
Fuck no. My butt hurts a little bit, but
shit.
I was on base for the past 3 weeks. They needed some help, so I went on there and helped them out. So I'm gonna get a fat check coming here soon.
Heck yeah.
Beautiful thing about the reserves is I don't have to go back until like next training. But if they need me in, they're like, "Hey, we have enough money to pay you to come in." I'd be like, "Oh, okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good to me."
Getting paid for a couple days on a tech salary, or getting paid as a tech,
and it's I'll tell you right now, you need to promote.
Must be nice.
I'll tell you, you need to promote. that 8+ year tech is looking pretty good.
Yep. Well, I tested for tech a couple weeks ago. And actually tried this year.
Wow.
So we'll see. Yeah, I abacadabbed last year's test.
Yeah. I've always been.
I told you about that, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
About my reasonings. Yeah. Anyway.
I think when you're not ready. Remember old Sergeant Smart? He was my supervisor for a while. So I talked to him about it when I first made staff, and as soon as he made staff, like they prep you for staff there, and then they would prep you for tech. And it was like right when I put staff on, they were like prepping me for tech already. And I was like, I don't even know how to be a staff yet. I don't want to be a tech yet. And he's like, well,
I'm just now learning how to be a staff.
You see, Jones. He's like, just get the rank when you can get it. It's hard to get, so get it when you can get it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because
very true.
Because your job as a tech is to teach staffs how to be staffs.
Excuse me.
It's like, that's a rough task, dude.
And until you know how to be a staff.
Yeah.
Right.
I do have one funny thing that did happen. My grandparents left this past week, and they've been here for a few months.
That's right, yeah.
But
that was an extended visit.
We were coming back from Tikwa, one of the restaurants around here.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my brothers in the car, and my parents drive. They're driving next to us in their vehicle. And we pull up next to them, and I wave, and I was like, all right, let me put some heavy metal on. My brother's like, no. He gets my phone. He puts 3 big balls on. And we blare it. And we drive next to him, looking at him the whole time. And then, we speed up a little bit, gets a light. They get there. And all of us are looking at him going, 3 big guys. And they come in my eyes. My eyes just like,
wow.
for like a solid 1.5 2 miles. Every time we hit a stoplight together, my parents were just sitting there just cracking the fuck up.
Meanwhile, grandma's like, oh my God.
Oh, it was so funny. I don't think I've laughed. I don't think my dad's laughed that hard in a long time. My mom's never seen or heard that song ever.
Oh, no kidding.
But it was fucking funny, dude. It was hilarious.
That's great.
But that does make me think of
oh yeah,
our
what
next
does
game,
that make you think of? Yeah,
which is makes me think of.
Yeah, we've been doing this one for a while now, so I don't think this one needs no introduction.
Nope.
So let's just go right into it. So Jones, 3 big balls. That's your starter.
3 big balls. It makes me think of 3 big guys, which makes me think of I'm just using the lyrics, all right? Come in my eyes.
Which makes you think of what's your third one?
Which makes you think of eating ass. Oh, how's it go? Eat my ass.
Like apple pie?
Like apple pie, yeah.
All right. Well,
so eating ass like apple pie.
Eating ass like apple pie makes me think of my grandma's homemade pies, which shut up, damn it.
Oh.
My grandma's homemade pie makes me think of family get-togethers, and family get-togethers makes me think of Easter coming up.
Oh, Easter
next week.
Makes me think of Easter eggs, which makes me think of the egg hunts.
Yep.
Which makes me think of candy and money.
Candy and money. Wow.
Yeah, sometimes they hide some 1s and 2s and 5s and what stuff in there.
Candy and money makes me think of road trip snacks, which makes me think of road trips, which makes me think of desperately trying not to piss myself looking for an exit.
Desperately trying not to piss myself looking for an exit. It makes me think of road trips.
I already said that.
Oh, which makes me think of driving from California to North Dakota the first time.
Oh.
Which makes me think of
chucking a rock at a buffalo.
Which makes me think of Yellowstone. Which makes me think of Bottorff chucking a rock at a buffalo.
Bottorff chucking a rock at a buffalo makes me also remember the time Bottorff chucked my poker chips at the wall and left a divot in our dorm room wall.
Yeah.
Which also makes me think of my really nice and expensive and rare deck of cards that he ruined.
Yeah.
Which also makes me think of poker night in the dorms.
Poker night in the dorms makes me think of... Oh, that was a different time. I was going to say the time that Pounders tried to chug a... Not Your Father's with me. And he peeked in the sink. Poker in the dorms makes me think of Pounders and I making your drinks a little bit a little bit higher alcohol content, which makes me think of winning.
Wow. Yeah. Winning. God, makes me think of Charlie Sheen. which makes me think which makes me think of 2.5 Men.
Tiger Blood.
Yeah. Which makes me think of daytime television.
Ooh. Oddly enough, daytime television makes me think of soap operas.
I think we were going to say Maury Povich.
Which makes me think of doing chores. Because I always used to procrastinate my chores and somehow watch a soap opera. Because my mom had it on. Which makes me think of bad acting.
Okay. One more each? Yeah?
One more each.
All right. Bad acting makes me think of high school plays, which makes me think of... Which makes me think of a lot of the gay people that I used to work with. Which... Trust me, that's why I can't stand the word moist. There's a story behind that one. Okay, yeah, so bad acting makes me think of high school theater, which makes me think of gay people, which makes me think of transvestites. That was almost a really good
transvestites
segue.
Make me think
no.
make me think
I didn't realize. Fuck.
of transvestites. Make me think of modern politics,
Mm.
which make me think of the government,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me think of House of Cards.
Okay, not a
And
bad
that makes
segue.
you think
I
of some
I really
Netflix originals.
darn right. Yeah. So I forgot that top 5 was before Hero of the Week,
Oh.
and mine was about to be the perfect transition. Anyway. Oh no, this ain't restaurants.
No.
All right, yeah. So our top 5 this week is Netflix originals. Now this is both movies and shows. All right. So
Yes.
we've got some good ones here.
How about you go
I
first?
don't now, Jones. You said you have mostly shows. I have 1 show and 4 movies.
I actually have only shows.
Really, no movies.
Well,
I,
one's kind of a show, but it's like a 4-part series.
Interesting. I'd
Or
be
a
curious to
2-part.
see what it is. All right, I guess I'll start off. My number 1 movie that I thought Netflix kicked out was Extraction with Chris Hemsworth.
Extraction.
This was a diamond in the rough as far as Netflix action movies are concerned. And here's why. Believable characters, very believable situation. But the action scenes were both phenomenal and well choreographed. And
That's when he's trying to get that young girl out, right?
guy. Yeah.
Oh, the young boy.
Yeah, in Bangladesh.
Yes.
But was it Sam Mendes? I think it was Sam Mendes that did that directed it. But there are a lot of really good long exposure shots, especially in the action sequences.
Yes, there are.
It was brilliant. It was
that car scene.
styles that they use. Oh, the fight scene leading up to the car scene.
Yes.
Right. But yeah, and it's also perfectly paced, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Between action and storytelling, there was good twists and turns. There was a good redemption arc. Everything about it. As far as recent Netflix solo movies is concerned, Extraction ticked all the boxes for me. Also, rewatchability is a big one for me when it comes to movies.
I think it was good. I think the end kind of felt a little corny, but that's most action movies, honestly.
They set it up for Extraction 2, though. It's already in the works.
Oh, really? That's probably why it felt a little corny.
Nah.
But it was good. So we talked about this one before. Well, we mentioned that
we did?
The Vikings was not a Netflix original.
You're right. That's a History Channel show. Yeah.
Last Kingdom.
This show was fantastic. Incredibly well done.
This might be, which alludes to our new category here soon. A hot take. Better than Vikings.
That is a hot take. Wow.
I think that Last Kingdom overall is a better show. Mostly because
don't know,
Vikings fell off after that person died.
Yeah. For those of y'all who don't know, The Last Kingdom is a series on Netflix that chronicles, that initially starts with the Danish invasion of England, and when Alfred the Great ascended, took the throne in Wessex, which is the southern part of what is now southern England.
Yep.
Back when there were like 4 or 5 different kingdoms in England. And it was Alfred the Great's dream of a united England in the midst of this Danish invasion. It's an incredibly well done show. Great action, great characters. Yeah. Just really good storyline. It's going on for what, 4 seasons? They've done 4 seasons so far?
Yeah, they're coming out with the last one, I think, soon.
I hope so. Yeah,
I hope it's not the last season, but it's going to be the last one.
It probably is, because
which is
the main character's story arc is coming full circle now.
Yeah. It's the storytelling, it's phenomenal. The acting in it is phenomenal. Some of the things that I loved
dialogue.
Some of the things I loved about Vikings, they did very well in The Last Kingdom. Some of the things I hated about Vikings, they either avoided doing or did better than Vikings did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of the story tropes in Vikings, I think they just did better in The Last Kingdom.
Yeah.
But yeah, phenomenal fucking show. I didn't even think about the new one that just came out. The new Viking series that just came on Netflix. That one's phenomenal too. I didn't even think about that. Fuck.
I don't even know about that.
Yeah, there's a new one. It's called. Here, I'll get it if you want to go next. You're number 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Valhalla.
Oh, you know what?
Vikings Valhalla.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I very much enjoy it. Not as good as Last Kingdom, but
okay. I need to switch mine around a little bit. All right, my number 2. It's a duo because they're 2 movies in the same. It's Knives Out / Glass Onion. Okay.
I haven't watched either.
Holy shit. These are incredibly well done. They are kind of a Sherlock Holmes style murder mystery mixed with like Clue, where everybody's in a house together as it happens, figuring it out. Story develops in an unknown twist and turns way. Unintentionally hilarious, right? Brilliant cast of A-list characters. Yeah, the movies are they're romping rides from beginning to end, and both of them have that Sherlock Holmes type twist and explanation at the end, like how did we arrive here, and it's brilliant and mostly unintentionally hilarious. So yeah, since those movies are original movie and sequel, I wanted to lump those in together there.
I still have to watch those.
They're fantastic, dude.
But one that we watched together.
Oh my god! I completely forgot this shit was on Netflix.
Fucking Marco Polo, dude.
Shit.
That show.
Why did that not make my list?
That show.
I got hung up on movies.
Yeah, that show when we watched it.
Oh man,
was kind of revolutionary in storytelling for like historical shows. So well done. A lot of historians even come out and say like pretty accurate of what happened.
I am beyond pissed.
Yeah.
That they canceled it when they did, because they set up season 3 so well.
Well, they came out with the Marco Polo
100 Eyes.
100 Eyes, which was
it
was all right. But
it was good.
It wasn't Marco Polo.
It was just another Netflix action movie at that point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and he was badass. That dude's a fucking badass. But Marco Polo, the storytelling in that is so phenomenal, and it shows you I'm trying to find the right word for it. It shows you the dichotomy of the leadership of the cons. Like the fact, like it would have him as a murderous douche, and they would have him as the person who brings in tons of different cultures and stuff, and then it was just told by an outside source of how they ran their dynasty, and it was phenomenal.
I think what they did the best, and the thing I appreciated the most, was the way they played out and developed the relationship between Marco Polo and Kublai.
Yes.
Like, holy cow.
Yeah.
The acting is amazing. The verbals, the non-verbals, everything about it was so well done, and it felt so visceral and so real.
And their relationship wasn't linear either.
No, it was strained.
It was
it was up and down
all the time. He almost died a few times.
Yep.
But then he was like the main man a couple times. Like, it was just such a great story in history, first off, and 2, just phenomenally told. Another one that didn't make my list, that's like that, is the Ottoman Empire.
Haven't seen that one.
You would love it. It's very close to Marco Polo, but it has that narration in the background. So it'll be like acting, tons of acting, and then like while they're attacking or something, there'll be a little bit of narration on like the history of that, but phenomenally put together.
So kind of like a docu-series?
It's kind of like a docu-series.
Or a docudrama.
Yes, right? But it feels very similar to Marco Polo, except for every once in a while there's one of those. That's an honorable mention. All right. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is The Last Kingdom.
Yep.
Yeah. For all the reasons listed previously, I don't think we need to talk about this one again.
Nope. I'll just go ahead and do my number 3 then.
Yeah, just roll right into it.
So this one you may not have watched. It's a Korean movie.
Train to Busan?
No.
Oh, it's just called Kingdom.
Yeah, so it's a set back, and I don't know what period. Maybe it is Korea. Like old school samurais and shit period, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously there wasn't samurais in Korea. I'm just saying that era.
That was Japanese.
That era. But it's a zombie show based on that time frame.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's such a crazy show. They go through phenomenal storylines from the main characters, how the zombie thing was made. The first person that ever got it was the fucking emperor, and it spread from the emperor, and like how one of his wives takes power, and fucking it's just a crazy fucking storyline. Crazy.
I never would have considered like Dark Ages zombies.
Me neither, until that came out, and I was like, it blew my fucking mind. And it was like scary. Like there were some parts, I don't get scared very easy, but there were some parts that were like kind of bone chilling.
Wow.
But it was just really well put together. Very well put together.
Cool. I've got to check that out. All right.
You should.
My number 4. This might be a controversial pick because the movie wasn't that popular, but I really liked it. Mile 22.
I don't know that one.
It's with Mark Wahlberg and the chick that plays Maggie from The Walking Dead.
Is that the Boston Bomber one?
No, that's Patriots Day.
Oh, okay.
No, not Patriots Day. Was it Patriots Day?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Anyway,
Bad American.
No, Mile 22. Mark Wahlberg has a team of special operators, special intelligence people that are tasked with extracting a rogue agent who is attempting to defect, and they have to make it through 22 miles of downtown, hunted by host nation forces. But I think what this movie did differently.
Really?
It's a great movie. All right, but so it's not just a modern shoot 'em up action movie. There are those elements of it, but I think what they did differently with this movie was they gave Mark Wahlberg a character that was so likable and so unique and fit his persona so well. Apparently he's not a genius, but he's a high intellect individual, but he masks that with a very off-putting personality.
Okay.
So he's a douche, like just straight off. He's a royal douchebag, even to the people that he works with. But he's so that character type lends itself so well to him getting the job done that higher ups can't really fault him because he's so good at his job. Like his style of dealing with people is to just make them so uncomfortable, but in a you're an idiot because you're not as smart as me type of way.
I fucking hate those people.
but they make this guy, his character is so cool and Mark Wahlberg plays him so well, and they flesh out this character so well that I think even if that's the only thing you focus on, that automatically elevates this movie up past just your normal Netflix action movie BS, right? The character development in this movie alone, even if it's just with his character, is so well done that it made its way on this list for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My number 4 might be, you might laugh at it a little bit.
Was it a chick flick?
No, Arcane.
Never heard of it.
So this was that League of Legends one where Netflix went out and they produced a show based on League of Legends.
Oh, no kidding.
And it was legitimately great.
Yeah?
The storytelling it was phenomenal. The artwork was phenomenal.
Was it animated?
Yeah, even my dad liked it.
No kidding.
It captivated people, and it's one of the first shows I've seen personally that they do a good job with a video game. There's not a whole lot of shows out there that they take a video game in.
Did they use the art style of their Blizzard cinematics? Like, did it look like their cinematics?
No, it was more. I don't know how to explain the art
style. Too bad though, because I would have enjoyed watching that. Honestly,
I mean, yes and no. So it was based on. So it's like Jinx art style, Jinx and Vi. So the story is based on the relationship between Jinx and Vi. That's the whole story of the first season.
They aren't in a lesbian relationship, are they?
No, they're sisters.
Oh,
right. So it goes over the whole lore of it. The next season's going to come out with totally different characters and stuff. But it goes over how, like, there's two different societies. One's above ground, one's below ground, and how they intermingle with each other. It's just so phenomenal. How
there's a lot of lore. There's a lot of lore associated with League of Legends and each one of their characters.
There is. And how their characters...
They've got a lot of material to pull from.
They do. And they just did it so well. I didn't think... I heard, like, oh, they're going to do a League of Legends. And I had played that game for, what? It's since 2012. So, yeah. So
over a decade.
11 years now. Not so much recently, but I'd never thought they'd be able to pull off an actual good show because of what they did with Halo and how dog shit that shit was, and some other shows from games. Never knew they would be able to pull this off, but it took a lot of people that were never video game fans, never heard of the game or anything, and introduced them to the lore of the game, and it was amazing.
Heck yeah. Wait, hold on a second. Ah, shit. I think I need to change another one.
Okay.
I was originally going to do All Quiet on the Western Front, but...
That's a Netflix original.
It is. The remake. Which is...
Oh, I need to watch it.
It's up there in the list of war movies that is actually hard to watch.
Oh.
Because it's so visceral. But, I want to maybe do a tie. All Quiet with The Witcher.
Fuck, I forgot about The Witcher.
I just thought about it just now, actually, because you were talking about video games and adaptations and lore, and that made me think of Henry Cavill and why he's not part of The Witcher anymore. And it's because he had such a disagreement with the creators about, the source material.
Because he played the games and read all of the books.
Yeah. So, but also the fact that The Witcher was an incredibly well done show.
Such a well done show. Honestly, I'm kind of dreading them coming out with a different actor.
I'm not even going to bother watching it.
I probably will.
Didn't they cast Liam Hemsworth?
I think they did. Yeah. Wait. No, his brother, Colin.
What?
Yeah, it's not Liam Hemsworth. I think they cast his brother. I could be wrong.
There are only two Hemsworth brothers. There's Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor, and Liam Hemsworth.
Oh,
that's
what I meant.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Did they cast Chris?
Oh,
I don't know.
Echo says the writers of The Witcher actively dislike the source material.
What? Fuck those guys.
Yeah, Jesus. It's a great. Fuck them.
It makes their job so much easier.
I know. You just do the thing that they.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Speaking of which, shit, this might become my new hot take. A TV show based on a miniseries based on a video game that I would love to see is Ghost Recon Wildlands.
That would be great, actually.
I would love to see that game and that concept turned into a miniseries. A single season miniseries. Ooh, Stranger Things, huh?
That'll round out my top 5.
That's fair.
I haven't finished the last season yet, but what the first season did, just the first season of Stranger Things was so fucking good that it became an instant cult classic.
Well, and it was a brilliant concept, the idea of the parallel universe and the inside out or the upside down, and
And they put it in a
using the kids.
really good time in history. What's in the 70s, right?
Something like that.
So it's
back when those horrible haircuts were in style.
Yeah, they're actually playing D&D on an actual board. They're riding bikes around, being actual kids, and like it's in such a great part of great. It's so well placed in American history.
Yeah.
And the story of it's so good, and it just became, like I said, a cult classic within the first season, automatically. And that's sometimes when everybody thinks something's good, it is. Not all the time, but sometimes they get it right, and they got it right with Stranger Things.
Yeah, I want to call up one honorable mention.
Okay,
this was on my original list, but then I started remembering these other TV shows. But my honorable mention then is The King.
The King.
The King. Based on King Henry the 8th, I think. Either the 8th or the 13th. In France. Played by a young Timothée Chalamet, who is a phenomenal actor, by the way.
Okay.
For a period drama, really. It's not even I wouldn't even consider it an action movie. There is some action in it, but the storytelling and the plot and everything is incredibly well done. And I came in there thinking, oh, it's going to be just another Netflix movie, right? But that one was really well done as well. I'd recommend you checking that one out. Also, Robert Pattinson pulls off a convincing French accent.
Really? Mm-hmm. I've never really been the biggest fan of him specifically, but
he got a bad rap right off the get-go doing
just because he did Twilight
and Twilight, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say one that you should watch. You ever seen Polar?
Yes.
With
Mads Mikkelsen and Matt Lucas.
Dude, yeah, that movie's the shit.
It was pretty good.
He's when that chick's having sex with him, and they're getting ready to snipe him, and she drops down and she gets shot. Like, oh, dude! And then he's like, "Where did he go?" And he shows up right behind him, like 3 seconds later, which is stupid. Naked, it kills the guy. That and I was gonna look a show that I did really enjoy, Lucifer.
Oh yeah,
it's where he comes to Earth and
I've
becomes
seen
a
bits and pieces
detective,
of it. Yeah,
and then starts realizing the great things about humanity, and ends up, if everyone's ever watched it, I'm just gonna do spoiler alert, so skip ahead like 10-15 seconds.
No. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just
all
leave
right.
it at that.
Well, anyways, it's a well written story, and it's not about the devil doing bad things. It's about the devil seeing into humanity and coming to love humans, basically. So that would do that as another honorable mention.
All right, are you ready to move on?
I do, and
what have we next?
I think it's yours.
Wait, hold on. I think it's Hero Time.
Oh yeah, Hero Time is right. Yeah. So we're gonna do this one quick.
Quick and dirty.
But there was a piece of shit human being that shot up a school recently in Nashville. Well, that wasn't a school. Yeah, it was. It was connected to a church.
Christian school. Yeah.
Yeah. Individual ended up being or identifying transgender. That has nothing to do with anything, in my opinion, besides maybe some mental problems. As all of these people have. But there's some two bad motherfuckers that went down there and dispatched this individual pretty quickly once they got on scene.
Nashville police.
And that is Officer Engelbert and Officer, how do you say his last name again?
Collazo. It looks like Collazo, but if it's Hispanic, two L's is a Y sound, so Collazo.
Yeah, I watched the video before the podcast while we were talking, and just what class act fucking human beings.
5 quick shots.
Professional.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can say bad about these guys. But yeah.
I am jealous of their reticles, though.
I am.
It looks like a really nice variable zoom or an LPVO, what they're technically classified as.
Not what I would clear a building with personally, but yeah, just good on them. So both of them, thanks for fucking serving our country the way that you do.
Doing the opposite of what Uvalde did.
Yeah, doing the right way.
Direct the threat, neutralize the threat,
direct the threat,
save lives, huh?
And taking out some bad fucking people from this earth. So I'll end it on if you go to a place with children in it, and you try to shoot up a school, you're probably gonna go the deepest form of hell that any religion believes in. I don't care if you're Christian, Catholic, Muslim, whatever the deepest circle of the bad place you can be in that religion, you're going there. So on a better note, though, what happened this week in history?
Yeah, this week in history. Funny enough, we're starting off religious. We're starting with this is the week of April 2nd. So the featured event is the death of Pope John Paul II. He was the Bishop of Rome and head of the Roman Catholic Church from 1978 to and he died in 2005. He was the first non-Italian pope in 455 years and was the first from a Slavic country, so the southeastern portion of Europe. So that was he died in 2005. Another featured biography. Oh, excuse me. Today is the birthday of the very famous Charlemagne, the Holy Roman Emperor and leader of what is now modern-day France. And, well, the Holy Roman Empire was like Italy, Germany, France, most of Central Europe. But he was actually French. He was born in 747, and he died in 814. Funny story about that. Now, Jones, I've mentioned this on the podcast in the past. Somehow, Charlemagne keeps popping up. His sword, the sword that he was buried with, was dug up and used by Joan of Arc during the 100 Years' War. Really cool. Let's see. Moving on. 1992, American organized crime boss John Gotti was convicted on 13 criminal counts, including the murder of Paul Castellano and others, racketeering, and obstruction of justice. He was sentenced to life in prison. Didn't they make a movie about him? John Gotti? I can't remember. Let's see. 1982, Argentine troops seized the Falkland Islands. Say that with a British accent and sound like you're not swearing. Or a Brooklyn accent.
That's what they said, too, when they invaded Falk.
Yeah, right. Oi, Professor, which Falkland Islands are you talking about? There's Falkland Islands all over the place.
Falkland Islands everywhere.
1968, Stanley Kubrick's movie 2001: A Space Odyssey had its world premiere in Washington, D.C., and it became an instant classic and set the benchmark for sci-fi films. Yeah. 68.
Kind of shit.
Shortly after that, yeah. So then it would have been a few years after that Star Trek and the first Star Wars came out in the early 70s.
Which are...
So, yeah.
Well, a million times better.
Well, hey, it's 68. Come on now. Give the guy a break.
Yeah.
All right. 1917, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson asks Congress for a declaration of war against Germany during World War I. Let's see. Speaking of Star Wars, 1914, British actor Alec Guinness, who played the original Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original trilogy series, who was known for a variety of excellence on his stage and screen characterizations, was born. So that was his birthday. Today, back in 1914. Let's see what else we got. Let's go all the way back to 1865, American Civil War. In the face of advancing Union forces, Confederate troops evacuated Richmond, Virginia, which was the capital of the Confederate States of America, or capital of the Confederate States of America during the American Civil War. Let's see what else we got. Going all the way back to 1513. On this day, 1513, Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon landed on the coast of Florida. Yeah, Ponce de Leon. Something about the lion. Wasn't
he in search of the fucking...
Fountain of Youth?
Yep.
just like a lot of them were. But he actually landed in Florida and not the Caribbean. All right, moving on.
And there's
April
been old
3rd.
people there since that time. All searching for it.
Well, Florida was a Spanish province or a Spanish colony for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
Up until like after the American Revolution, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Don't quote me on those dates, though. All right. Featured event of April 3rd, 1948. U.S. President Harry S. Truman signed into law the George C. Marshall Post-World War II Plan, also known as the Marshall Plan, which was a plan put in place to revive the economies of Western and Southern European countries so as to further democracy in the region. And it may or may not have been a total disaster.
Most politicians do her.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Ooh, here we go. 1996, federal agents in Montana apprehended Ted Kaczynski. You know who that is?
Dude, that's a fucking crazy story, by the way.
You know what he was known as?
The fucking, I can't think of the name of him right now, but
the Unabomber.
Yeah, insane story.
Yeah, I saw a docuseries on this one time. I think it was in my anti-terrorism course. Yeah, it was. It was in my anti-terrorism class before I deployed.
That's where I found out that they had federal agents in the Postal Service.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
He killed 3 people and injured more than 20 with explosives sent through the U.S. postal system. Yep.
Yeah, and from then on, they created federal agents within the badge-carrying, gun-carrying federal agents within the Postal Service.
God, that's crazy.
Insane.
Oh, here we go. 1973. The first handheld mobile telephone call was made by an employee of Motorola who called AT&T's Bell Laboratories. And then society went downhill from there. 1968, at an event for the Memphis sanitation workers strike, American civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his mountaintop speech. The following day, he was assassinated.
I didn't realize it was that quick.
Right.
For assassination.
Now, this isn't his famous I Have a Dream speech that he delivered in Washington. That was a couple years earlier. Yeah, this was something else. So tomorrow in 1968 will be MLK's assassination date, which I will most likely see as I keep scrolling down through this website.
Mm-hmm.
Another birthday, 1961. American comedian and actor Eddie Murphy was born in Brooklyn, New York. This is an interesting one. 1946, the Japanese Army General Hama Masaharu was executed for forcing the Bataan Death March.
Damn.
For those of you who don't know, the Bataan Death March was a forced prisoner march of American POWs up through Japan, miles and miles and miles, and most of them didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever spent time in a global strike base for the Air Force, you know that the Bataan Death March is a memorial ruck that we do every year out in Arizona. We try to recreate the conditions as best we can. We'll load up like 50 pounds of solid and canned foods.
Yep, which
and then
donated
we ruck,
at the end.
which we donate at the end. Yeah, it's a really cool event. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to participate in it.
Me neither, sadly.
I
tried to, but
because they have tryouts for it. Like they make you do ruck marches to find out if you can keep up. Literally.
I remember I helped organize one back in Minot, but I was unable to go. You know why I was unable to go?
You broke your back?
No, I was a fucking crit position. They won't let me go TDY. The downfall of my not career, I did really good, but downfall of it was getting certified in crit position.
Oh, here we go. Here's another birthday. 1924, American stage and motion picture actor Marlon Brando. Most famously known as his portrayal of Don Corleone in the Godfather series. Let's see what else we got. Going back to 1922, Joseph Stalin became the Secretary General of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, a position that provided the power base for his dictatorship. And the killing of, 20 million Russians during the Reign of Terror?
Yeah, bad.
And the associated starvation?
Kind of crazy how the Communist Workers' Party pops out shitheads.
Mm-hmm.
throughout history.
Oh, back in 1882, American outlaw Jesse James was shot and killed by Robert Ford in St. Joseph, Missouri. That is not far away from where I am right now. Wow. Cool. Okay. 1879. So the city of Sofia was liberated from the Ottoman Empire by Russian troops and was named the capital of Bulgaria. I stopped there. That was the first stop on my multi-leg trip back from my deployment. Yep. And oh, here we go. 1860. This one's interesting. The mail delivery system, known as the Pony Express, which used continuous horse and rider relays along a 1,800-mile route between St. Joseph's, Missouri, again, and Sacramento, California, was launched in the United States. Tomorrow, in 1860, the Pony Express. Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. All right. Moving on to April 4th, like I suspected, our featured event, 1968, the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., one day after his previous mountaintop speech. Let's see what else we got on this day. Oh, we have a death. 2013 was the death of American film critic Roger Ebert, best known for his profession, and the first person to receive a Pulitzer Prize for film criticism. Yeah, Roger Ebert, like, to get a good review from Roger Ebert was, like, the highlight. That's like getting a 100 on Rotten Tomatoes nowadays. Back in the day, Roger Ebert, like, his criticisms appeared in the newspapers and the magazines. Like, he was the guy you wanted to please with your movies. All right, what else we got? Aha! On this day, 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen founded Microsoft, which became the world's largest personal computer software company. Interesting. 1975. Wow. Funny enough, that's after we had already put people on the moon. Ironic. So we already had some really cool computer systems in place, or some really powerful computer systems in place. Let's see what else we got. Oh, here we go. 1960, the biblical epic movie Ben-Hur became the first film to win 11 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Lead Actor in Charlton Heston. This is one of the most epic movies ever made. Also, fun bit about this. I think arguably the reason why this movie was so successful was the chariot racing scene. Jones, you know what I'm talking about? If you're still there, you probably went somewhere. But
do not remember, no.
Okay, well, there's a very famous scene where there's a chariot race. And this scene is famous for being the only scene where an actual human death is captured on film. There's a scene where a chariot rider gets thrown from his chariot, is playing a game of Frogger, and gets run over by horses and a chariot. Essentially trampled to death right there on scene. That was not scripted. It was an accident, and they kept it in the movie with permission from the family. Yeah. So, and because it was such a visceral and realistic looking scene, it lent itself to the credibility of the whole movie, right? And because this was way before special effects or anything like that. So the scene that you see of a guy getting run over face first by horses in a chariot is real. And it's one of those oh shit moments where you realize, the danger of the situation that they're in. Really cool.
That's fucking insane.
Anyway. Moving on. Oh, another birthday, 1928, American poet Maya Angelou. I had to analyze a bunch of her poems back in high school, back in the day. All right, what else we got? Let's move on. 1841. After serving only 1 month, William Henry Harrison became the first U.S. president to die in office, and he was succeeded by Vice President John Tyler. Two people that I guarantee you 90% of Americans didn't even know existed. All right,
one of those
moving
is me.
on. Yeah, right. All right, we'll do one more. One more day, April 5th. Our featured event, 1818, Chile. Their independence movement, led by Jose de San Martin and Bernardo O'Higgins, that's an Irish name, won a decisive victory over Spain in the Battle of Maipú, probably butchering that, which left 2,000 Spaniards and 1,000 Chilean patriots dead on this day in 1818. And featured biography, United States General and statesman Colin Powell was born April 5th, 1937. And he died October 18th, 2021 at the age of 84. I think he was a Secretary General for a while. I can't remember. More events on this day. In 2008, American actor Charlton Heston, who possessed a commanding screen presence and was best known for films such as Ben-Hur and The Ten Commandments and Planet of the Apes, he died at the age of 84 in 2008. He was also famous for the "My Cold Dead Hands" speech. Remember that one? Or at least you know the saying, right?
I know the saying, but I do not remember the speech.
I think it was originally done at an NRA rally where he made a comment. He was talking about Second Amendment rights. And he's famous for holding a big musket or rifle above his head and saying, "From my cold dead hands." That's where the saying came from. Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I'll have to look that up later.
Oh. 1994. American grunge rocker Kurt Cobain, leader of the band Nirvana, started his 12 gauge.
Hell yeah.
At the age of 27.
Allegedly.
Right. Yeah.
Allegedly.
There are some interesting conspiracy theories that he and a number of other famous rockers at the time were involved in a anti child sex trafficking ring expose story.
Yes. And not even just back then, recently as well. With Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell and all that.
Yeah. The prevailing theory is that they were offed by people involved in these criminal enterprises. This is an interesting one. 1984. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar surpassed Wilt Chamberlain as the all-time leading scorer in the National Basketball Association. Wow.
Really?
Good for him.
Yeah. Actually, Kareem's stats are ridiculous.
Nuts. They're nuts.
I looked it up because they were talking about, or on one of the sports shows I listened to, they were talking about Michael Jordan versus LeBron. And then they were like, as the best of all time, and they're like, have you seen Kareem's stats? And they're like just insane. Just fucking insane. He was ridiculous. So he should be in that top 3, top 2.
Absolutely. All right. We have another birthday. 1856. American educator and reformer Booker T. Washington was born. He was notably the first president and principal developer of the Tuskegee Institute, Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute, now Tuskegee University. He was born in Virginia, April 5th, 1856. Going back just a little bit further, 1792, George Washington issued the first presidential veto in U.S. history. The rejected legislation concerned congressional redistricting. Interesting. On this day in 1621, the Mayflower departed from England after having deposited 102 pilgrims at what became the American colony of Plymouth. Oh, I'm sorry. The Mayflower departed for England after dropping off the pilgrims at what is now Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Which was captained by who?
No. He captained either the Nina, the Pinta, or the Santa Maria. Those came later.
No. His father, Christopher Jones, captained the Mayflower.
Oh, no shit. Really?
And then his son, Christopher Jones, captained the Santa Maria, I think.
Your direct predecessors.
Yes, apparently.
Speaking of the New World and New England, in 1614, Powhatan Indian Pocahontas married Virginian planter and colonial official John Rolfe. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Nope, that's it. That is your week in history.
All right. We're back. Honestly, it's always crazy to hear. I think something that's lost in our society today's history. I don't think people care about it because it's a 5-second world, right? Whatever's on your phone for 5 seconds is what you believe. But history is extremely important. Like, think about Russia, right? Who did we talk about? Russia? Stalin.
Yeah, and what he did to his own people.
Elected through the Communist Working Party, right? Wasn't the Communist Working Party the same as elected Hitler?
No,
Hitler wasn't the Nazi Party at first.
Hitler was originally a fascist.
Maybe it was someone else. Maybe it was who was the Italian? Anyways,
well, the Italians
were fascists. Thinking like
you may be thinking of Mao Zedong. In China.
A lot of really bad people in history have been elected through communist ideologies. And currently in America, I'm not going to get political on it, but currently in America, there is a movement towards communism without looking at the history of communism. So I think it's very important that we look back on history.
Speaking of history, on that subject, I don't want to preach Second Amendment because for those of y'all who know me, I'm a big Second Amendment proponent.
Yes, same.
With that in history, you may not like guns, but I want you to educate yourselves on the history of people, of disarmed populations.
Most recently,
look at
Canada.
Yeah. Oh God, their euthanization program is nuts.
2 or 3 weeks ago, Canada banned all sales and transfers of firearms in Canada. That's fucking scary.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. And so, educate yourselves on German Jews, post-World War II Russians, and Maoist Chinese citizens. All three of those people, Hitler, Stalin, and Mao, all were big proponents of seizing weapons right before massive genocides happened. So, it's not about hunting, people.
No.
It's not about hunting.
Which is why we're not getting political. Well, kind of. Who gives a fuck? It's our podcast. We can do what we want. If you don't like it, don't listen. I don't know what to tell you. But it is good to garner perspectives, like our entire podcast is based off of, is garnering opposite perspectives from other people.
I feel a segue coming on.
Yeah, and we could go into a fucking hot take from that.
Yeah.
Our new segment. Look at that. It looks pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Looks pretty decent.
Oh God, what did I do?
Uh-oh, what did you do? Yep. So
yeah, this is something new we just kind of thought up on the spot because we were looking for a placeholder because the Darwin Awards were kind of fizzling out a little bit. It was becoming harder and harder for us to find good, funny content. So we decided that it was kind of a spur of the moment thing because I was saying, when we're trying to come up with debate topics, most of the time we come up with a topic that we don't necessarily want to debate, but we have a really good opinion about it.
Yes, or we agree on it.
Most of the time we agree on it, but then there's like, oh, here's some insight that I have, or here's an opinion I have that might not be possible or popular. I thought about naming this one Unpopular Opinions.
Yes.
But
hot takes is a good because we could say fucking anything and it could be a hot take to somebody, just like anything being a popular opinion to somebody.
True that. But so the way we're going to do this, it's going to be pretty informal. It's actually going to be a very short segment. It can also be completely random, or we can, in the future, we might try and turn this into like keeping categories like we've been doing with previous podcasts. But I'll start it off.
All right.
Here's my hot take. I've heard a lot of arguments on who's the best Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland.
Okay.
I think that each of the three of them does something best in relation to the Spider-Man character than any of the other ones did. Right? I think Tobey Maguire was the best. I think Tobey Maguire did the best job of establishing a character. Right? The 2002 Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire did a very good job of being a believable character. Right? He set up the franchise and he did a great job at it. I don't think you'll find anybody who really doesn't like Spider-Man 1, 2, or 3, right?
Okay.
With that, I think Andrew Garfield was the best Peter Parker as an awkward person.
Interesting.
I think the way they wrote his character and the way he delivered his lines, his mannerisms, his physiques, I think he was the best. Now, I think Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. And here's why. Most of his stunts he can do, in all fairness.
That's a very good point.
He's classically trained in ballet, dance, and what's the other one? Like tumbling, like gymnastics.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of the stunts that you see Tom Holland do as Spider-Man, it's actually Tom Holland and not necessarily a
which
stunt
is
person
impressive and something in Hollywood I don't think.
Yeah.
Like there's famous actors like Jackie Chan, right? Always does his own stunts.
Oh my god,
or Tom
Jackie Chan.
Cruise always did his own stunts. Yeah. So it's impressive when an actor goes through and actually does those stunts. It makes it more realistic, in my opinion.
So that's my hot take. My hot take is it boils down to there isn't one best overall.
So if you were to pick, and this is how we're going to run these hot takes, if we hadn't previously mentioned, we'll have a questioning side if necessary from one of us, and the other one will have a hot take. We may swap every once in a while to another hot take.
Sure. But that's my hot take.
So if you had to choose one holistically, Spider-Man.
One holistically.
Holistic, best Spider-Man overall out of all three of them, which one would it be?
So I would say Tom Holland, and here's why. One, for everything that I've mentioned about him being the best Spider-Man.
Okay.
Two, he makes a very good Peter Parker. Right? I just think Garfield, I don't know what it was about Garfield's performance that I liked just a little bit better. But I think if we're talking overall, the reason I would pick Tom Holland is the fact that his age. He's actually a high schooler, right?
He is?
Sure. Yeah, he's only like 17 or 18 right now. Or maybe he's in his early 20s now. But when the Spider-Man movies were coming out, he was young. And it was much more believable that late teen, early 20s Peter Parker was a high school student.
He's 26.
Okay. But when those movies were coming out, he looks younger. It's a little bit more believable than it is, mid-30s Andrew Garfield playing a teenager, right? Or, Tobey Maguire, when he did the original Spider-Man, he was in his late 20s. He didn't even look like a high schooler, let's be honest.
No. So in addition to that question, I'll ask, if you were to pick one quality from each actor to make the supreme Spider-Man actor ever, what would you do from each of them?
Okay. I would have... It's a good one. I did not see that one coming. I think it would be the serious persona of Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Both as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man, because he was able to handle some of the darker themes. I would take that personality, that serious personality of Tobey Maguire. I would pair that with the hilarity and awkwardness of Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker. And then I would also pair that with Tom Holland's skill as Spider-Man. And I think that would give us his skill and his physical physique, the fact that he looks more like a high schooler. I think if you wrapped all that up, you would have a hell of a Spider-Man.
And that's what it is. Now,
here's my hot take.
I don't think that I need to even provide a hot take this week off of that one. I think it would
come on. You gotta do something here.
I think it would be a disservice to what you just did for me to provide a hot take.
Okay. So
but if you really do want one, then I can go into something.
We can make it quick.
So this may be somewhat of a hot take.
Okay.
The new 3 songs that came out from Metallica recently, specifically the most recent one, I think it's called 72 something, are better than like their past 4 albums.
Wow. Oh,
combined.
okay, that is a hot take.
Combined.
Wow.
You're talking Saint Anger, you're talking Death Magnetic, and whatever the other albums are that weren't that great.
War Pigs?
No, that's
a song, right?
Yeah, and it's
that
by
Black Sabbath?
Ozzy. Yeah, it's Black
that's
Sabbath.
Ozzy? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, also Black Sabbath. So Metallica, this recent, like maybe 3 or 4 months, they've came out with 3 new songs. These 3 new songs go back to their original like style of singing. Back in like the Black album. Back in like Ride Lightning and fucking Justice for All. Really, honestly, sounds a lot like the Justice for All album.
Back when heavy metal was in its infancy.
Yeah, and it's like grimy. It just sounds like you hear it and you're like, that's fucking Metallica.
Just put some hair on your balls all of a sudden.
It did. I'm gonna go fucking shotgun a beer and praise Jesus after that shit. Maybe not Jesus Metallica, I don't know. But it was yeah, I almost cut the sleeves off my shirt and drank another Busch Light after hearing that.
You almost grew your beard out.
I almost grew sideburns in a fucking soul patch.
I like it. I'm gonna have to check them out because I got plenty of drive time going to and from base every day.
Fucking.
I'm only 12 minutes from the main gate, but I will sit at the main gate for 20 minutes every day.
You know what that would make me do?
You make me want to rage a little bit.
Yeah, and that rage is not getting me started.
Don't get me started. Good segue. I like it.
So you want to explain to the peeps that have never been here? Actually, before you explain to the peeps that have never been here before, we haven't plugged our other platforms yet.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, while you're doing that, I'm going to grab my second beer.
All right.
Full send.
So, if you guys didn't know, we're on a lot of listening platforms right now. Most recently, we made it to Apple Music. So, you can listen to us on, wait for Lear to get back for his...
Yep.
Actually, while I'm looking for it, honestly.
Did you mention we're finally on Apple Podcasts?
We're on Apple. We're finally on Apple Podcasts. It took me a while. And it was kind of fucking stupid the way that they make you do it. I'm just going to be honest, Apple. Sorry. Not sorry. Get a better platform.
Not a very user-friendly...
It's not even an Apple Music where everyone's at. You have to go to specific Apple Podcasts.
Hope y'all didn't smell that. I hear that.
But we're now on what you're watching right now, Twitch.
We're on Twitch.
What you're watching the VOD from, YouTube. You're on Spotify. Duh. Listen Notes, Podvine, Samsung Podcast, Apple Music, Audible, Podcast Index, Google Podcast, Pandora, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Deezer, and Apple Podcast.
Deezer's nuts.
Deezer's nuts.
Say that every time.
So if you want to listen to us on something, and we're on Rumble.
Oh yeah, can't forget Rumble.
Can't forget. I don't even know anything about the site, but we're there.
Yeah, our YouTube alternative for the conservative crowd.
Right next to Andrew Tate and fucking I don't know who else is on there. But yeah, we're over on literally every platform you can possibly listen. So if you guys aren't listening, why?
No excuses anymore.
That's all I gotta say. And I'll apologize right now before we get into this. Don't get me started. We have been very sporadic on our uploads.
Yeah.
But it's been a really busy month, or really busy past couple months for both of us. Specifically O'Leary, but then I was on base doing like 12 days straight of work and all this shit too.
Yeah.
So it's been rough to get a podcast.
Like 4 different TDYs in 5 months. So from now until, well, really from the end of February till like end of June.
Yeah,
I will be away from my apartment more than I will be in my apartment. It's kind of crazy to think about.
Yes.
Now
you should see at least until the end of next month, maybe some more stable podcasts because we both have a lot of time, with an exception of maybe 2 weeks from now, for my drill.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, we can do it during the week at some point or on a Friday night or something.
Right. Yeah. Because I am doing Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock till about 3 o'clock of classroom.
Yeah.
After starting this next week, I'm not sure how much classroom and how much out in the field type training is going to be. Maybe it'll be a mix. I don't know. All I know is my work day is going to be pretty regimented, which is nice, and I will have weekends off. So yeah.
So hopefully you'll get updates or uploads. They'll be on Fridays, like usual, for YouTube. I have to wait for it to upload to YouTube before I can go ahead and upload it to all the other streaming platforms. So usually like a Saturday or a Sunday for the streaming platforms.
But so usually about a week from today.
Usually.
On average.
Now, in saying that, let's get back into the fucking podcast.
Yeah, don't get me started with this one.
And we're going with our theme from our debate.
Yeah, we're sticking with our movie theme.
Yes. We did this in the top 5. We're going to do this in our debate. But
and I did it with my hot take too. Yeah.
We're going to go into love and hate. Now, this will be a card game in the future. Still trying to work on categories. We've been pretty busy.
Still working on that one.
Basically have somewhat of the design of the card done. Know where to purchase the stuff, know where to do everything. We got to finish the categories. Maybe buy a couple packs for him and I so he can play it with some people. I can play it with some people. We can get some feedback. So it'll probably be a few months or so before we can get this out to anybody.
Kickstarters are always a slow process.
Yes. But do you want to start? Or you want me to start?
You can start.
All right.
So would you like your love or your hate first?
You know what? Give my hate this time.
All right. You hate movie theaters that serve you food during the movies.
All right. So I
start the time.
It went up the time.
Oh, it's already going.
Time. So I hate movie theaters that serve food for a plethora of reasons. One of them, I'm sitting there enjoying it, got my kickback in my chair, because now they got fucking lazy boys in those bitches, right? Drinking a beer I bought at the counter, having a good old time. And then this motherfucker wants to walk right in front of me during an action scene, right? I miss part of the movie. Maybe the main character gets shot, and I don't know what happened. And they walk in front of me asking for my order, standing in front of me. I can't even see the fucking movie. What's the point of that? Hell yeah, I want some chicken tendies. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want chicken tendies at the expense of seeing my movie. I spent my solid $15 nowadays to go see a movie. I don't need your $17 chicken tendies while I'm watching my movie. Sorry. Not sorry, but don't serve me food at the movie.
Okay, fair point.
That one actually went pretty well.
That's one of your better ones.
I really like getting served food at the movie theater, though. If I'm being honest. When we were down in Texas, and we went to that movie
the Palladium.
Theater. Yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
It was the best.
That place was cool. What did we watch? What movie did we watch there? I know we watched Mad Max.
It was an older movie, right? Because you couldn't watch newer stuff there.
What?
Yeah. The one that we went to in tech school?
Yeah, I thought we watched Mad Max one weekend, and I thought we watched like Jurassic World or something like that. We watched.
I think that was a different movie theater because we went to that one, and that one only did like movies that already came out and our DVDs.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway,
it was still fun.
All right, since you did your hate, I'll do my hate as well. What do I hate?
All right, you hate. This one might be easy. Movies based on military and military operations.
Okay, don't get me started on this. Okay. Movies based on military and military operations always get a whole bunch of things wrong. They always get tactics wrong. They usually get weapons wrong. But most of the time, it's just so outlandishly unrealistic. Like, especially if it's the new age, high-tech type stuff, they always use weapons that the military doesn't use. Right? They pull some sort of equipment out of their ass that doesn't exist. Right? And in their attempt
their magazine has unlimited ammo.
They never fucking reload. Don't get me started about that. Thank God for John Wick, who taught us that you have to reload during a goddamn firefight. Yeah, okay. There are a few notable exceptions to the military movie rule, but by and large, especially some like the independent movies, where they're not like ascribing themselves to a certain like unit, Like Act of Valor was a great movie because they used actual Navy SEALs to do all the acting and the maneuvers and stuff. That was a notable exception, but by and large, they screw up a whole bunch of stuff on average.
Yes, they do. There's been a good, honestly, since Lone Survivor came out.
Ooh, that was a good one.
And Act of Valor came out. I think they've transitioned to having someone there from the special operations community or with a military background that will show them actual tactics.
This is how you actually do this shit.
And I think it makes the movies like was that Jack Reacher? Not Jack Reacher. Jack Ryan. What was the one on Amazon?
Jack Ryan. Are you talking about the TV show or the movie?
The
movie that had Chris Pine in it?
No, not that one. What's the other one that just came out?
That was Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit.
It had
the Jack Ryan TV show with John Krasinski, or are you talking about the older movies?
What's the one that just recently came out that was really good? And it had the dude from
Chris Pratt?
Yes.
The Terminalist.
The Terminalist. Like I had a Navy SEAL in my class, and he was like, it's really cool, but obviously a lot of that shit's bullshit, right? Or like the show Navy SEALs, like, yeah, I mean, don't watch that shit, it's bullshit. But to us, it's pretty fucking cool. But
what was his beef with Navy SEAL or SEAL Team, right?
SEAL Team, yeah.
What's his beef with SEAL Team? Because I like SEAL Team.
Well, he's a legit Navy SEAL. Did like 30 years, so retired. He's like 60 something years old, and they requested him back in the career field for an extended active duty retirement somehow. I don't know how that works, but the operators do whatever the fuck they want, honestly. So,
assuming they can stay healthy or alive.
Yeah, I mean, what's the be scared of old man and young man's profession? Isn't that the quote?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, he was basically saying like, yeah, a lot of the tactics and shit, or like the home stuff is like, whatever. But I like it. I think it's a phenomenal fucking show. But yeah, some of the stuff in some of those movies it's Hollywood.
It's pretty far-fetched.
Even Lone Survivor, there's some Hollywood in that shit. You know? Like they don't show him crawling for days, hiding under a rock. I mean, they do like the short snippet, but they don't show like from when he got to the village and everything. They don't show that whole like
because that doesn't make for a good movie.
Yeah. So
anyway, all right. You ready for your love?
Yeah, I'm ready for my love.
You love it when people talk and text during the movies.
You're a real son of a bitch, you know that? You know what's better? You know what's better than watching a movie? Watching a movie that's well lit, right? So I gotta come up to the bathroom, and there's 7 to 10 people in each row with their phones on, and I gotta go take a shit or I gotta go take a pee. It's real dark in the movie theaters, so all these people on their phones, lighting up the alleyway for me, make sure I don't trip and hurt myself. I already got a bad back. I don't need that no more, right? And then they're talking, you know. Sometimes it adds some really good commentary to the movie. Like when it's a horror movie and you hear that person in the background going, "Don't look in the fucking closet." Exactly. Linda, she shouldn't look in the closet.
Oh, Lord, that's some scary shit right there.
Exactly. It is. And I agree. I would never say it because I'm not man enough to say that. Or I'm not a douche. But
that's a hot take right there.
I'm just saying. I don't mind it. Those are the worst people in the world. They're right behind people that chew with their mouth open.
They're right behind those people.
Well, generally they are those people. Generally they're on their phone going like that, right? Right behind you, just fucking somehow in your ear. They have their foot up on your chair. You have a fucking foot next to you as you're trying to enjoy this movie. It's smelly ass fucking dude hasn't taken a shower in 6 weeks. Probably has fucking gangrene.
I just bought my beers in front of.
Yeah, it's got gangrene in his fucking foot. Or they have their shoes off and their socks in front of your face. They're chomping on shit like they're eating dick all day. And they're talking during the movie. Those people have a special place in hell. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right behind people that shoot up schools.
Maybe even next to.
All right, what's my love?
You know what you love? just keeping this movie based. You love Human Centipede.
What the fuck?
Good luck.
What the fuck?
Good luck.
I don't even know where to begin with this.
Oh yeah,
this
you
is
love
arguably
it so much.
Oh my. I think I'm just gonna take the L on this one.
Nope, keep going. You got 46 seconds of.
Okay, so the premise of the Human Centipede is it's a scientific experiment to see if one guy has his lips glued to another guy's asshole, and then another guy's lips glued to his asshole, can all three of them survive when only one guy gets fed, and that constant recyclable waste process. Oh my god!
Yeah. So why do you
freaking
love
out
it?
thinking about
Why do you love it?
Why do I love, oh my god, the fact that they really went through the whole scientific process on this one.
Okay.
Got some test subjects, formed a hypothesis, they put it to the test, and they found out if it worked or not. Where the fuck do you get off? Tell me to talk about this shit. Oh my god. I didn't even watch the whole movie. File that one under movies that should never have been made.
No, they should never.
That Green Inferno.
Anyone that tells you that they liked Human Centipede, you should
They're
probably
a depraved, disgusting human being.
You should probably,
yeah,
put it back.
Sorry,
on
not
check
sorry.
On them. That's the first one you've ever not been able to finish. I've done my job and don't get me started and made it so you couldn't finish one. That's the first time I think either of us haven't been able to finish it.
That was rough. Because there are literally no redeeming qualities about that movie. I can't even claim good acting, good cinematography, good storyline, good
lighting was
anything.
Pretty good.
Wow. The lighting.
It really showed the human struggle.
Oh my god.
With ass to mouth. It really showed what eating ass feels like. If you were to really eat ass your whole life, you would die. Unless you're in the middle, then you're the one that lives.
No, if you're the one at the head.
I thought the one in the middle lived.
I don't fucking.
I don't remember either. I don't.
Anyway, alrighty. All right, Jonesy, I have a would you rather for you, but it's not really a would you rather. It's a would you do it.
Okay.
All right. You become a famous and wealthy actor, but it's doing porn.
Okay. What kind?
That's all you do. It's just porn.
Yeah, but like
not OnlyFans porn.
No, yeah,
legit.
But like, what kind of porn? You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter.
Am I sucking dick or am I having sex with beautiful women?
Any.
So the spectrum's there. And I could...
Spectrum is there. You can't pick. Just assume that you have your finger in all the different pies. And you are famous for it. But you're wealthy. Would you do it?
Well, the Air Force already fucked me for free, so... No, I don't... Because there's that slim chance... Oh, it's like a third chance, right? See, there's a third chance that you're just having sex with beautiful women who are super nice ladies, and you're doing your thing. Fine, do it in a heartbeat. Sounds good to me. I'll be rich.
Right up until
now, there's another
chick
third.
Pulls on a strap on.
That's that, or like humiliation porn or some like crazy shit. And then there's
you're into BDSM.
BDSM's not bad for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Smack.
No, but you're the recipient.
Well, sometimes it's not bad. Anyways, the last third.
Did you just admit you're into spanking?
I spank the shit out of people. Anyways,
are you into getting spanked?
No. Anyways, so the last third is
Jones is trying to change the subject.
The last third is you're taking dick from somebody. It might be a dude, a big hairy dude.
Be a chick.
It might be a big black dude. Might be a big Mexican dude. Might be a big Asian dude. Might be a big dude with a penis and tits.
And a frankenfanny.
And a frankenfanny. And I don't think that I would like to be famous for that. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. Rich for it,
but
different.
But you have to take the good with the bad in this example. So would you take the good with the bad together and be rich and famous?
Because there's a chance that I could get gangbanged by 25 dudes. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
Big guys.
I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Sign me up right now.
That was the determining factor right there. I want Jamal, Larry, and all of his friends to fuck me. No, if that chance is there, no thanks, man. And if it was just women, I did that for free for years. So I don't say.
All right. What's my would you rather?
All right. Would you rather watch anime once a week and be able to watch whatever you want after, or watch whatever you want once a week and never be able to watch anything ever again? So you get 1 day a week of anime, or you get 1 day and 6 days a week of watching whatever you want, or you get 1 day a week of watching whatever you want and 6 days a week of watching nothing.
Do I get to choose the anime?
Yeah, anything you want.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Huh, fucking weeb. Way to tell it.
I didn't say the volume was on, and I didn't say that it would just be playing in the background on a screen somewhere that I wasn't even looking at. You didn't specify.
The last, not last podcast, one before, you mentioned Howl's Moving Castle and all of those. Those are all fair game. So all those cult classics. Oh,
you're talking about like Spirited Away and
yeah, those
Princess
are all...
Mononoke. Well, see, I've seen those before though.
Yeah, and they're phenomenal. So those are all in there. You're good to go.
Okay. I mean, at least watch High School DSD and see some tits while I'm at it.
You're a fucking degenerate. I'm proud of you. You also might be... Never mind.
It's basically anime porn. I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
Well, I'm not going to say the podcast. I don't want to get you arrested, but...
Okay, yeah. Shit! Okay, yeah, we can cut that part out.
I'm not going to. No.
Fuck.
I'm just kidding.
That's rough.
We've all watched High School DxD. So that goes into our debate, right?
Yeah. How's that for a segue?
It's a segue, and this isn't the actual thing because my computer shut down.
Yeah, because
we're debating again.
We didn't save it. Shit. What are we debating again?
Best
streaming platforms. That's right.
All right. So you want to give them a little heads up how this goes real quick, YP?
Sure. All right. So the debate this and Don't Get Me Started were they were the original two founding topical segments within our podcast. It's essentially everything. This is what we base our podcast around, is the debate and the Don't Get Me Started, and also the You Laugh, You Lose there at the end. Those were our three founding ideals that we wanted to explore, and it's came out of just 4 years of us being roommates and us doing this a lot, just kind of free-handed, like we would just randomly debate things. Either we were legitimately going head to head in hashing out some ideas that we had opposing viewpoints on, or a lot of times it was Jones being devil's advocate, just kind of trying to poke holes in my argument, which not only strengthened my arguments, but then it also, it was a good way for us to, learn about things that each other we knew a little bit more about. So 4 years of us just randomly debating things together, it turned into, hey, let's make this the basis of the podcast, essentially.
Yeah.
And so what we've been doing then is we will do a topic that is non-political, non-religious. Non-political, non-religious, because we want to stay away. We want to stay away from the super serious topics, so we keep them lighthearted. Funny enough, most of our debates have revolved around food.
Yes.
Because it seems to be one of the only things that you and I don't really agree on a lot.
It's true.
It's becoming difficult, so we've started to work in some other ideas that we're gonna hash out, like Devil's Advocate, which we've been planning for quite some time now. It was supposed to make its appearance last week, but we didn't end up having a podcast last week, so we're gonna shelve that one for a later date.
And that also, we'll be doing. We're going to do once a month, right? So it would be in lieu
the
of
last
debate
podcast
this,
of the month.
We would do a Devil's Advocate, which will be a more serious topic, generally speaking, like the one that we had. The Devil's Advocate that we had talked about doing last week was gun control.
I think we might still do that one.
Yes, which we could definitely still do at some point this month.
Yeah,
and we share the same opinion on these topics. We're not going to tell you which opinion that we.
I was going to say the idea behind Devil's Advocate is that you don't know which of us falls. You'll be able to figure out which one of us falls on which side of the argument, depending on our argument. But you don't know. You won't know if that's the side of the argument that we truly believe. If we do our jobs right as debaters and arguers, you shouldn't be able to tell if these are our truly core held beliefs or not. But there will be two sides of an argument, and it will be of a more serious variety.
Yes.
You may have been wondering what those little counters were above our heads. If you wanted to know, check out our previous podcast where we had our first guest podcaster.
We did.
Who?
Actually, why this is
like Stephen Jones, a good friend of ours from our first base and from basic training and tech school. He was kind of a live judge for our debate, and obviously, Jones, do you remember who he declared as the winner?
Yeah, him and I have to have a talk about that.
But yeah, so we kind of had a live judge, which is what it was a running point counter that you saw up there. So yeah, all right, Jonesy. I went first. Oh no, you went first on Don't Get Me Started. So I will start off the debate.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and hit my timer for me. I think the best streaming platform is Netflix. All right, and here's a couple reasons why. One, it was the OG. There is something to be said about being the OG. Two, because of what they did, they disrupted an entire industry, right? There is no more Family Video, Mr. Movies, Blockbuster, right? They've all gone the way of the dodo because Netflix revolutionized how we get movies at home. And originally it was they had a limited amount of movies that were available to stream free, but the rest, do you remember this, Jones? It was the DVD delivery service to your door.
Oh yeah,
right?
With
it's kind of like the
Redbox and
no. This was even before Redbox. Redbox came out after this, but you could set up a list of movies that you wanted to see or that you wanted to rent from Netflix, and they would mail them to you. You would watch it for however long you wanted, mail it back, and then they would send you the next movie. So there was this ever-revolving series of movies that were mailed to your door. That was revolutionary, right? And they
lost a shitload of
money. So out of that came Redbox, right? So maybe you had a movie that was like 5th on your list and you knew you weren't going to get it till next week. You could go over to Redbox, pick it up real quick, take it home. But again, Redbox had late fees because you can only have them for 24 hours, right? So what Netflix, I think the reason I am picking Netflix is because the idea was so revolutionary. You know, disregarding what it's become in its original form was revolutionary in a bunch of different ways. So that's why I'm picking Netflix.
All right. I will agree on the fact that Netflix was revolutionary. But a lot of the times the revolutionary platform is great, but the things that come after it just do it a little bit better. And the one that I think is doing it the best right now, specifically, is Paramount Plus. They are putting out some fucking bangers, dude. They're a product of CBS, so anything that you watch on TV from CBS is on Paramount Plus. So if you like watching crime shows like FBI and all of those, Paramount Plus. They have a really good selection of horror movies. And they're starting to put out some just really, really fucking good originals like Tulsa King, and Yellowstone and all of those. So Paramount Plus to me is the new guy on the block that's starting to get better and better than the other competitors, and they're backed by a major network, which is helping a lot, I think.
So, but Paramount Plus isn't the producer. That's just the streaming service that supports it. These are CBS productions, right?
I think it's the parent company CBS, I believe.
Right. But which company is actually producing the shows?
Paramount.
You sure?
So Paramount is a publisher, right? And they have been for years. You've seen them in all kinds of movies.
Well, I know Paramount Pictures.
Yeah, right? So Paramount Pictures is, so they basically partner with CBS. In my understanding, they partner with CBS and go, here's our streaming service. CBS goes, hey, you can have all of our shows. They'll be exclusive to Paramount
and here's
Plus.
Our stuff, right?
And then Paramount, all of the Paramount Pictures movies, etc., are then posted on here as well.
Gotcha. Okay, because for some reason I didn't think that Paramount. I thought it was just the streaming service. I didn't know if they were producers, which was going to be my counter argument to why Netflix is better, is because Netflix is actually a producer. They're producing their own shows and they're producing their own movies. You know, you'll notice these are Netflix original movies or Netflix original TV show. The fact that this company that started as simply, originally Netflix started as a competitor to movie rentals.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, they wanted to be the guy that took on a movie rental company like Family Video or Blockbuster or Hollywood Video and all those other places. That was the original plan, but then they realized pretty quickly, holy smokes, we can get a whole bunch of TVs or TV shows and movies that we can just stream them for a monthly fee, right? And then they grew so big so fast that they're like, well, shit. We don't even need to start making contracts with other companies to get their movies. We can make our own movies, right? No other streaming platform did that the way Netflix did. And like we mentioned earlier with our top 5, there are a ton of really good Netflix originals. So even if you're not using them for the streaming side of things, even if you just want to watch them for originals, for movies even, Netflix is still the place to go.
I think
for a wider variety.
I think a wider variety, yes.
For Paramount, you've got Paramount shows and CBS shows. That's it. Okay, cool. They've been putting out some really good stuff lately, sure. But that wasn't always the case, and that won't always be the case.
So here's where I disagree with you. Yes, it was not always the case because they're a new platform within the past really year. But what they put out, that's a good question. I think that because the parent companies are Paramount Productions, and they're partnered with CBS, they come from an old school mindset of television, right? But then they wisened up to I hate this fucking phrase, the COVID years. It's all a crock of shit. I'm sorry, I have to go on this tangent for a second. If your business says that they can't do something because of COVID, they're fucking lying. That's all I'm saying. Ask why. So I can't get this to you because of COVID. Why? Give me the exact specifications, because they're just fucking lying for being lazy. Anyways, so they were a new company. They saw the success of the Hulus and the Netflixes, and the HBOs when they went through and put their stuff on streaming platforms too.
So they're a bandwagon startup.
Wait for me. Wait for it. Yes, but bandwagon doesn't always mean worse. So they go through and they go, okay, we have all this money and we have all these great producers and directors and everything contracted through our companies. They're making phenomenal content like Criminal Minds for years, right? So why don't we take this
out of like 15 seasons?
Dude, they're
something like that.
They've been out forever, and that's a great show. So they go, okay, how do we make this more available? I mean, really, it's make more money because that's what anybody in business cares about. but how do we make this more available to more people? And they come out with Paramount Plus. A lot of streaming platforms like I think fucking Fox had a Fox Plus or something like that for a while.
Yeah, I think they
CBS had its
tried.
CBS had its own thing for a while, and it was dog shit. There's been a lot of companies. AMC has one that's dog shit. There's been a lot of companies that came out and tried to make a streaming platform based on their content, and they've been dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
This one's highly successful because they take all of that money and all of that production value and everything they've had for years, and they're funneling it into great productions like Tulsa King, Yellowstone. They picked up SEAL Teams. The new seasons of SEAL Team are Paramount Productions. Yep. They picked up old series like Fresh Prince.
They have NCIS too.
They have NCIS. They have a ridiculously good horror section. They have Waco, the new show that came out, Waco.
Oh, is that the one with Taylor Kitsch?
Yes,
playing David Koresh.
One of my
I need to see that one.
One of my favorite shows, FBI. I fucking love that show.
Oh yeah, you've been a fan of that one for a hot minute.
They bought out this show Evil from Netflix, which follows a priest. He's trying to like get rid of demons and shit, basically. Really good show, phenomenal show. They bought that one out, so we'll go over to their platform. They're just doing their startup now, kind of like Netflix was about 5, 6, 7 years ago. They're in that phase right now, but I think they're going to continue to be good and maybe even great because of the direction they're going right off the bat.
But again, all of these other streaming platforms are just capitalizing on the success that Netflix started.
True.
Like I said earlier, I think it was the crux of my argument. There is something to be said about being the OG.
Yes.
Right. And I think the fact that Netflix hasn't lost any steam, even with all of these other streaming platforms coming out. Yeah, they've had their hiccups with constantly raising their monthly subscription rates or yada yada yada. I think there is still something to be said about the fact that they're the first, they're the biggest, and not only that, but they spawned a whole generational mindset. Like even the term Netflix and chill, people don't come over to Paramount and Plus and chill. They don't come over to Disney Plus and chill.
No, it's Paramount and
people
Pound.
Come over.
I just made that on top of my head.
That's well done. That's good stuff. But no, people come over to Netflix and chill. It's a cultural icon of the mid 2000s or the mid 2010s even.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So much so that I think it's doing an injustice to try and say that any other streaming platform is doing better when really all they're doing is capitalizing on what Netflix already built.
And that's not necessarily true.
I just don't see the argument that something's better than the original when they're still mooching off of the same system.
So I'll step in here, right? So that's not necessarily true. Paramount Studios and Paramount, all of that has been around long before Netflix has. So much that Netflix has taken stuff from Paramount prior to Paramount Plus being activated, and CBS prior to them partnering and doing everything and putting them on their platform. I'd probably have to go back, 4 or 5 years to see where.
Oh yeah, when Netflix was first starting, they had movies from all the different producers.
They're taking content from. Now, what's happened in the past, maybe 2 years, is all these production companies are going, we've just been giving them rights to do our shit.
They've been selling the rights.
Yeah, they've been selling it, but we can make more money because we know our product is really good. We can make more money just doing it on our own platform. And some of these platforms fail. Mm-hmm. I'll put it out there right now. Some of the platforms fail. But like Disney Plus did it, and they came out with stuff like Mandalorian, a lot of these originals. And what they were able to do is instead of putting out a bunch of content like they used to, they put out really good content now because they have a streaming platform they can put originals on, so they can pay directors to come in and go, oh, we make more money off of our new platform, so we can pay director X to go make this original series that we couldn't do before because we were paying Netflix to use our or Netflix was paying us a good rate, but not a great rate to use our content. So now we have all this money that we can do, and we can make more original content with. And I think you're gonna see things like Disney Plus, things like Paramount Plus, not so much Hulu. They're kind of dog shit. Maybe YouTube. They'll probably start coming in this too in the next 4 or 5 years, overtake Netflix. And the reason I say that is, in the past year, Netflix has been in a lot of, I guess, controversy is what people call it, about some of their future plans. Like, one of their future plans is, and they backtracked from this pretty quickly after it got taken up by the public, was they're going to put ads in even if you pay. So even if you're a paying customer, they were going to slap ads on there to make more money. And Netflix has corporatized more than I think these other platforms, because their whole strategy now, just like how Twitch is doing, is to just make more money. I don't know if they got bought out by another company, but they have some pressures from some investors. They're saying, make us more money, and it's going to lead to the downfall of their platform, I think, as opposed to a Paramount who's been around since the fucking 50s, who's an established brand with established money and established investors that knows where their company's going and where they've come
late
from.
to the streaming game.
They're just a little late to the streaming game. They wanted to see how it was done, and I'll give it to Netflix, saying that they did it first, and they did very well with it, and they came up with a lot of good originals that we went over earlier. But I think that as the years go on, they're going to get overtaken by some other platforms. That's what I'll say.
It's an interesting prophetic statement, considering that, as you described, they won't be doing anything any differently than Netflix is already doing. Because everything that you just said about Paramount, hiring their own directors to make their own movies to stream on their own platform.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Netflix is already doing that. And I think my closing argument would be this. When Netflix first started, they had movies and TV shows able to rent and stream from all the different companies, which is what made them great, because they literally had anything you could possibly want. I think the fact that they survived after all the individual companies pulled their shit out of Netflix's off of that platform, and Netflix still survived and thrived making their own original content, I think that speaks more so than we can understand. So,
and I'll do my closing as well then. Paramount doesn't do it the same way that Netflix does. And one of the big reasons of that is they're partnered with or co-owned by CBS. So anything that broadcasts on TV through CBS, the shows that everyone likes and everything, they're going to be on Paramount Plus. Those type of things will not be on Netflix, generally speaking, unless it's like way older stuff that we used to watch in like 2010, 2015. They'll upload these videos like the week after the episode airs, so you can go on there, or maybe the week of or day of the episode airs, so you can go in and watch it on the streaming platform.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, they don't have a live. Oh, they do have a live TV and sports and everything. So they have their own like YouTube TV, Hulu TV-esque platform as well. So you can go watch sports and live shows and shit.
It almost sounds like your argument for Paramount is that they were able to get a big donor to
I'm just saying,
come in and boost all of their products in CBS.
They're making a whole platform, right? The big thing, like Netflix has them in movies, I'll say. By far, Netflix has the better movies, movie selection for the most part, but Paramount Plus is coming out with the shows, because they can take everything from CBS, which has been around for how many fucking years, and everything that's coming out, and they can invest in their own shows like Tulsa King, 1923, Yellowstone. They picked up SEAL Team to keep that going. Mayor of Kingstown.
Or to keep themselves going.
Mayor of Kingstown. Fucking Star Trek. There's a new show by Star Trek, Criminal Minds. Like, they're taking all of these big franchises and they're continuing them. I think that's going to be the key to their success. It's not going to be the movies for the most part.
All right. I have one closing statement to make, and then we'll move on to our favorite portion of the night. Uh, Netflix survived the mass exodus of all the other platforms'
You
content.
can't do two closing statements.
Well, this is a really good one.
Well, this is my. I'm doing a second one too. Then.
All right, fine.
It's been told.
Netflix. This is my statement. Netflix survived a mass exodus of movies and shows from their platforms to other respective platforms. The crux of your argument is that Paramount is able to incorporate stuff from CBS. So, my closing argument would be then, would Paramount be as successful as it is as a streaming platform if it didn't have anything from CBS, if it was purely on its own?
Well, I'll
I would submit to you no.
I'll debunk that one by you because it's not possible for that to happen. Because they're partnered, maybe even co-owned. I have to look into that more. So if it's a CBS-based platform, it's impossible for them not to be successful at CBS because they are CBS. You know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't work. Now, are they going to go out? Now, I'll give you this. They're not going to go out to Fox, and they're not going to go out to AMC, and they're not going to go out to, well, maybe AMC. They might be owned by CBS too. Or they might go out to another fucking big time ABC. Are they going to go out and get their content? No. Where they're going to be specifically CBS and Paramount content. All the Paramount Productions movies and shows and everything, all the CBS movies and show and everything. That's all they're going to ever be.
So two different companies.
I think they're one, honestly. I honestly think they're probably one.
For argument's sake,
it's kind of like
companies.
It's kind of like Disney
combining their resources versus one company who's able to keep up with them, only providing their own content.
It's kind of like they're kind of like Disney. Disney's gonna put out Disney productions. That's all they're gonna put out. They're not gonna put out fucking DC stuff because they're not that. They're not gonna put out everything. They're gonna find a niche that they're gonna be good at.
They have Disney and Pixar.
Yeah, so they're gonna have Disney and Pixar. So they have this niche that they have, and they're gonna use this niche to be successful, as opposed to a Netflix who has a broad spectrum of content. I'll end with, they're not there yet, but they're like I said earlier, they're the new kid on the block, and I think they're going to be wildly successful because the money they have behind them, the production company that they've had for 50 years, and the content that they put out right off the bat, like Tulsa King and all of those, are so fucking good that, to me, it only shows that this company is going to go good places. Because sometimes you get a company that comes out and they just lay some shitters, right? This company's coming out just laying bangers the whole fucking time. And I think that's why they can be successful, because their originals are so good that I think they'll continue to be that because they have 50, 60, 70 years of experience doing this specifically.
All right.
Chat.
All right. We'll leave it up to the viewers.
Let us know
what you think.
I'll say I'll probably lose because more people know about Netflix than Paramount Plus. But if you haven't checked out Paramount Plus, do it. There's some fucking bangers. I was looking, by the way, earlier, so I had it on my other screen. Mm-hmm. There is a show. Who was the actor of 24 for a long time?
Kiefer Sutherland.
He has a new show.
Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't watched it yet, but he's got a new show on Paramount Plus. So I'm probably going to go watch that.
Pretty cool. All right. While you are pulling up the videos and stuff, I'm going to take a quick pee.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
And then I'll go over again while he's using the restroom. Excuse me. Follow us on other platforms. So follow us on Spotify, follow us on Apple Music, literally anything you can possibly think of. For streaming, follow us on. We're there. Deezer, Google has podcasts apparently. Excuse me. Samsung has podcasts apparently. You can look us up on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitch when we're live. You can go to Rumble. It automatically uploads to there too. So basically anything you can possibly think of, we're there. But the next segment we're going to get into is one of our favorites by far. And this is our You Laugh, You Lose. So You Laugh, You Lose is just Illyria and I watching some funny ass videos. We'll have a counter up here, which I'll show you in a sec. Bam, bam. We'll have a counter. As you can see, I lost last week, and because I lost last week, see that that package right there? That package means I lost last week.
Oh, I'm just in time.
That's something that I'm gonna have to open. So I'm gonna go
open
into
it now. Open it now. Open it now. Open it now.
All right. I'm gonna open it now, and then we'll say goodbye to our podcast listeners after the fact. But
yes,
I lost 4-3 last week. I kind of gave you the win. I'm gonna be honest. But we got Do Not Bend.
Yes, please do not bend.
We'll see about that. Let's see what the actual sign looks like. Straight out of the closet.
Because Jones, where are you sitting right now?
That's hilarious because my computer room is my giant closet.
It's in your closet. Oh my god!
It's not a sign.
What?
It's a piece of...
Oh, what the fuck? I paid for a sign.
You better get your money back.
Ooh.
But that's fucking funny.
But that's hilarious. Right? I knew you'd like that one.
That's fucking funny.
Okay, so I do want to say, the one that I originally bought for you, at the same time I bought the two gay guys in the shower.
Yeah.
Sign. It was another rainbow style. So this one apparently never ended up getting delivered.
Okay.
It said, "Don't mind me. I'm thinking about the furry fandom," and it's also got a rainbow flag in the background.
I gotta get more mean with you. I've been giving you like softballs, and you've been throwing me gay dudes fucking each other in the bathroom, and
you sent me a naked anime chick in a bowl of noodles saying "send nudes."
That's a cool sign. I saw that sign. I was like, man, that's pretty fucking cool. I'm gonna be honest.
To buy it for yourself.
I almost did buy it for myself.
But yeah, okay. So the straight out of the closet one, I thought was perfect for you because you're literally in a closet.
That's fine.
Not because I'm calling you gay, but
also. No, that's fucking hilarious.
Closet jokes is great. Alrighty. So
I gotta log into my shit real quick.
Our podcast listeners, we do greatly appreciate you guys. Last we checked, we still do have listeners from all around the world.
We do. It's been a little bit less because of our posting schedule. But
right. Our practically non-existing posting schedule.
Tell your friends. You know?
But yeah. We would also love to hear from you. We would love to get content ideas from you. We would love video submissions, for our Try Not to Laugh challenge. The way it's been working is Jones and I have been scouring our respective social media platforms and just finding funny videos that we want to use to make each other laugh. But we would love to get viewer submissions. You can send those to doublefeedpodcast@gmail.com. That's all one word, no caps, no spaces, no squigglies, no dashes. You can also send us debate topics that you want us to debate. Also, don't get me started topics. You know, either you love it or you hate it. We would love to get viewer and listener submissions. Also, feel free to comment on our YouTube videos when these do get posted. We would love to see these comments. Which parts made you laugh? If you want to take the Try Not to or the You Laugh, You Lose challenge with us, we would love to hear about which videos made you guys laugh the hardest. And also submitting ideas for what you want to see as punishments for when we lose the You Laugh, You Lose challenge. We've been doing the signs, which I have 3 of them now. Jones has 3 of them now.
Oh, we're even. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, the last one you gave me says, doesn't play well with liberals. And I found that absolutely hilarious because it's incredibly true. And I just dropped one of my Reese's Pieces. Bummer. But yeah, so any of these submissions that you guys want to see done on the podcast, you can email the ideas to doublefeedpodcast@gmail.com or comment on our YouTube videos or tune in on our Twitch channel here, when you watch us live, you can converse with us in the chat. We're usually pretty active about keeping the chat involved. Our good friend Echo is a regular with us, and we love his input. He has sent video submissions in the past, and we appreciate him for that. So, without further ado,
dude, I totally forgot. Jones has been sending us videos fucking
that's
crazy, right. Dude.
Yeah. Do we want to save those for next week?
No, let's just full send them.
Because no, save them for next week because I'm not sure how many new videos I'm gonna be able to find before next week. The only reason I have so many submissions is because I'm going back to all the way, beginning of last month.
All right.
You know what I mean? So let's save Jones's submissions for next week.
All right. We'll let Jones know. I'm sure he'll listen, but I hope so. I'm still getting it.
So for our listeners, for those of you who are just listening and not going to watch us on YouTube, this is where we will leave you. We appreciate you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
We will hopefully see y'all next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Bitches. All right.
All right, then for those of you who remain.
Where we starting at? The 22nd of March? Or the
hold on, let me
21 March I have
9 March.
Oh damn. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, there we go. That's that one.
And I have the times listed beneath the video if you see that.
I'll probably still ask.
Okay.
If I was a betting man. I don't remember which one of these are funny, which one I just saved because they were cool. But I think we're fucking full send, yeah?
Full send, baby.
Oh god, not that. All right. Ready? Oh, 1 sec. 1 second.
The volume's up.
Let me switch my view over to you.
There we go.
Ready?
It works that way.
Classic.
Sounded a little wet though.
Oh my word! Hold on,
You want Mummy? You know where Mummy is.
Wow. She's on fire.
Oh, poop's coming out.
I did not see that coming.
It works that way.
Oh, poop's coming out.
One. Sounded a little wet though.
That was amazing. Oh my word. Good for her.
Oh, also chat, you got to I guess oh shit. Oh no. Oh no.
What's happening?
I got to switch the sides so I'm looking at the video and not you. Ready?
Oh, this one got me crazy good last night. That was really close.
One more time. Okay.
Hey, what are you supposed to be?
I'm TARDIS.
TARDIS, you look more like a retardis. Hey, what are you supposed to be?
Hell no!
Who's your favorite superhero?
Superman.
Oh yeah, you're the size of the Daily Planet, you fat tub of monkey shit. Hey, Mirko the Clown, what's your name?
Oh, Sir William.
Sir William, you like dragon?
I love dragons.
How about me dragging my nuts across your chin tonight? Deborah, what are you supposed to be today?
Domino from X-Force.
Domino?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Look like you should be playing bingo, you old bitch.
No shit!
Like Heath Ledger and die already.
Oh!
Who are you supposed to be, Professor Extra Large? This is what happens when brothers and sisters. Mirko the Clown, what's your name?
Paige.
Paige, huh?
Yes.
You're a whole fucking book. Look at you. Look how black you are. You ever fall into a litter box and a cat tried to cover you up?
Damn.
Hey, what are you supposed to be?
I'm TARDIS.
TARDIS, you look more like a retardis.
Retardus. That's hilarious.
Oh, I think I had this one too.
Your name's Paige? You remember like the whole fucking book.
Run.
He flinched 3 different times.
Run.
The stupid music ruins it.
I don't remember this is funny.
It happens. Right in the face.
Lara, welcome. What's the slow burn joke you got for us?
So when my husband and I first started going out, he was a really bad snorer. And what he told me was when he lay on his back, his balls would cover his anus and create an airlock, and that's why he snores.
Did you, at any stage, while he was snoring, just test by picking them up to see if they weren't blocking his toot hole?
His toot hole?
I cradled his balls for 3 years before I figured it out.
What a legend!
Oh my God. Lara, welcome. What's the...
What a fucking
Cradled his
legend,
balls
dude.
for 3 years.
What a legend.
Legend, wait for it, dairy.
Dairy. Hey, Bubba.
Now, I just realized, I can't see you in real time to see if you're laughing. Like, I'm watching the stream, but it's so far behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I'm at an unfair advantage here. I can't tell how close you are to actually laughing.
You'll never know.
I
For the
guess
chat
I won't.
to find out.
I guess I'll have to hear it. All right,
Yep.
full send.
I just super daddied my pants.
What?
It's supposed to mean.
Shadoodles. I shit my pants, I think.
Gross. You don't have pants on.
Yes!
I did not see that reaction coming. Damn it! Wasn't it that funny? Oh shit! Oh man.
Alright, I gotta let my dog outside real quick.
Okay. What am I supposed to do? All right. Well, we're off to a great start. I'm just munching on some milk duds here. Trying to keep the stomach from growling because it's already 8:30 my time. Haven't eaten dinner yet. So we'll wrap this up. We'll grab some food. I'm gonna pass out because I gotta get up at like 6 in the morning tomorrow. And I gotta be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed because I'm taking my first test for this MPI course. Luckily, it's open book, open notes. So really no excuses. But we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, this first test is all over the law. So, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, jurisdiction, crimes. I have to know minimum and maximum punishments for certain crimes. Why there are like different degrees of things like assault, right?
You sound like an old dude sitting on the porch trying to explain why he's not racist. That's what he sounded like. Well, you see, tomorrow I'm gonna do this and that, and the story never actually goes anywhere. It's just a story.
Yeah, I'm just trying to kill time here.
Thank you. I had to pee too. All right, ready? Oh wait, yours. What's this?
No, we just watched mine.
We did? We just watched mine.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This one is...
Okay, this first one, I'm gonna need you to look it up.
Oh fuck. Instant something.
Hold on, I got it. Try not to laugh.
1125.
Number 129. Right?
Yeah, it's the Instant Regret Fails compilation 1125.
No. Wrong one. Oh, which one are you looking at? Sorry.
Instant Regret.
Oh, you're looking at all these backwards. Okay, yeah, 1125.
Yep.
Hit it.
Is that vinegar? Is that...
I don't remember this one. Are you sure you got the time right?
That's what you put.
Okay, back it up a little bit.
Like how bit?
Okay, not that far. Yeah, right there.
Right there?
Yes.
What is that?
Okay, what?
When you discover
Okay,
your
here we go.
teenager's been sneaking shots of Captain Morgan, so you dump it out and secretly replace it with apple cider vinegar, and then tell him you and Dad talked and decided he could have one drink.
Ariel, don't do it. Ariel.
Ooh, that is expired. Oh, is that vinegar? Is that...
That's fucking genius on the parents, by the way.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, what you got? Stop watching it on repeat, god damn it. Fuck.
Alright, that's both of us.
It just took me so by surprise.
I'm fucking crying, dude.
I'm falling. Oh, smack. Oh my god. I did not see that coming. And it just came out of the blue. Oh. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that was funny.
Oh, god damn it.
The collective ooh from everybody recording too.
Shit. Ooh.
Okay, let's watch it one more time.
We don't keep scoring.
We're not
this one,
counting it
right?
again. This is the way she falls. The fact that she goes ow at the end. God.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit. Okay, thank you for laughing too.
Oh,
Okay.
I could not laugh at that. I tried so hard, dude.
Alright, what's my next one?
Funny fart, 206.
206. Actually do 205.
Alright. Ready?
Yep. Great.
PJ Masks! More pajamas! Yeah! Yay!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. That's fucking adorable.
I just managed to choke down a beer burp right then, and it hurt so bad trying not to laugh. Oh my word. That kid had some gas, but no, it was his face. He goes, sorry.
This is just a photo if I'm funny.
Oh god, ain't that the truth?
The military is not hard on the body at all.
Ew.
John, age 26.
He probably worked mids the whole time.
That's me. All right.
Right?
Ready?
Hit it! Oh, I see this one. I've always wanted him to do that.
Me too.
That's a flight engineer, and that's the job I've always wanted.
Me too, dude. When I transferred from active duty, I was going to go to the Guard and go up to San Jose, be a flight engineer. I decided to stay down here.
Bad idea.
Because that's a cool fucking job.
Next one of mine. I'm guessing you're doing then.
The first one.
You laugh. You laugh. You ah.
You laugh. You ah. You laugh.
All right,
This
57 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta remember what the hell this one is.
6.
But I had a praying grandma. But I had a praying grandma.
No, I didn't get you.
That was so fucking close. That first one is like,
Why can't I just say the F? I hope I can say the swear word when I grow up. What's the swear word? Ah, shit! Ah, shit! Oh, shit! Why can't I just say the F?
Said it anyway.
I hope I can say the swear word when I grow up. What's the swear word?
oh shit.
Ah, shit! Oh, shit!
He's going to be a good hockey player one day.
How old is this kid?
Probably 6.
Yeah, ice skate's better than I do. Ah, shit!
Ah, shit. Ah, shit. He's going to be a good man.
What's a swear word? That was adorable. What? Sorry, dude. You gotta surrender your man card after that.
I don't get the second part of the video. We'll ruin the videos.
Woo!
I don't remember if this was funny or not. Oh no, that's like maybe 35 minutes away from me.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Avalanche in the mountains. Alright.
Alright, what's my next one?
Red. Red!
Whoa!
Palla tagliata, messa fuori, c'è Pirlo, ancora Pirlo di tetto,
Aww. My brain cells during a test. Don't play with your food. What was that sound?
I don't know.
Is that the cat?
Red.
I don't know. You don't have any left.
Wow. I don't? You sure?
Yep.
Wait,
sure.
hold on. No. I got 2
Oh,
left.
never mind.
I got a bunch left.
Whoa, whoa. 1 second.
You laugh. You can only laugh 3 times, otherwise you lose. Right? That one's 644, and the following video.
All right, I went from top down this time.
Oh, top down. Okay, so then this one. Hold on. This one's got 3.
48 seconds.
Yeah, 48, 107, and 606.
All right, ready?
Send it.
Yo, dude, you want some M&Ms?
Yeah, sure, bro. Ooh, you lied. Ooh. Help my son! Son, have you seen my son anywhere? I can't find my son!
Hold on. This isn't the right one. Pause it.
That's what it says.
You can
Oh, no, it
laugh
isn't.
only 3 times. Yeah.
I was like, that's some dumbass shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's this one.
Oh, it is? Shit. Okay, skip to...
Banana.
I still think that's hilarious.
Banana.
Okay, skip to 107.
I've seen in my life. It's a banana next to a banana.
Vamos a jugar a la maquinita.
Don't do it. Impeccable aim.
Right? Okay, yeah, so it was 107. Did we already do 107?
Yeah, that was 107. The coin
Okay,
flick
and
to
then... Okay,
the
and
coin
606.
purse. Coin flick to the coin purse.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ready for impact. Impact.
That's great. That's awesome. And my last one was the you can only laugh 3 times. That one is 644 plus the next video after it.
We'll go with that after.
Okay. What the?
Looks like a pike too.
They got teeth.
Yeah, sharp ass teeth. Even if it's a musky are bigger, but. 644.
That's rough. That's ooh.
Frag out.
Nice.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, this isn't part of the video.
Right,
It's just the
look
previous
at
video.
diamond. Turn to the right, look at diamond.
Hey, shall I look at the diamond? Shall I find a diamond? Hey.
Dented the fridge, bring it in. At the event center?
I thought the guy farting in the bathroom would make you laugh more.
At the event center? Do you want a tour of it? At the event center?
Guess what, motherfucker? I'm as gay as a $3 bill. Damn right I tried drugs. I've had 2 boyfriends most of my life. Guess what, motherfucker? I'm as gay as a $3 bill. Damn right I tried drugs.
$3 bill, he said.
I've had 2 boyfriends most of
All right.
Guess what they use on movie sets to make an actor look wet?
Me.
Guess what they use on movie sets to make an actor look wet?
Me.
Guess what they...
That's
fucking Trevor Wallace.
He's hilarious, dude.
Can you
No,
tell,
not
can you
kids
say
again.
dump truck?
Dump truck.
No. Dump truck.
Dump truck.
Don't hide your mouth.
Coming a mile
Can you tell-
away.
Can you say dump truck?
Dump truck.
No. Dump truck.
Dump truck.
I already lost.
Dumb
God damn it.
fuck.
Dumb fuck.
You conceding that point?
Yeah. I've already lost.
Maybe. I have how many more videos do you want to do? I have a lot.
Save some for next week.
So I want to do
Let's do one more.
3 more?
Okay, that's fine.
3 more gives me an opportunity to lose.
Okay.
It's me. I'm the asshole. It's me. Hi. I'm the asshole. It's me. Hi.
Hey,
I'm
first
the
step submitting.
asshole. Bravo. It's me. It's me. I'm the asshole.
He's gonna do great in his future relationships.
Hi. I'm the asshole.
Hi, I'm the asshole.
John.
Well
John,
said.
John, you're never going to believe what I just did. I got a tattoo.
Damn sure did
Yeah, I
not.
did. I got a little mouse right here in my inner thigh. You're never going to believe it. Do you want to see it? It is so cute. Hold on just a minute. No, hold on. Oh, shit. That pussy done ate it. What the fuck? John, you're never gonna believe
Oh
what
my
I just did.
God,
I got
Grandma.
a tattoo.
Damn sure did
Yeah,
not.
I got a little mouse right here in my inner thigh. You're never gonna believe it. Do you want to see it?
That pussy
It's so
done ate
cute. Hold on just a minute. No, hold on. Oh shit! That pussy done ate it. What the fuck?
Wow.
Oh, it's fucking genius.
Well said, Grandma.
Oh.
Well done. All right, 3-2.
O-P.
P.
Chess.
Kiss.
Peaches.
Pussy.
O-P.
P.
Chess.
Kiss.
Peaches.
Pussy.
O-P.
P.
What is
Chess.
it with all the kids?
Peaches.
Pussy.
O-P.
P.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm gonna win this week. So
Wait, hold on. You said 3 more. That was only 2.
That was 3. That was 1, 2, 3.
Oh shit, you're right.
Unless you want to keep going. I got videos for days.
Well done, Jones. Well done, Jones. You've won this round.
I've won it. Oh, you're not going to be able to open your sign for a while.
Not for a minute, but if we keep playing and I keep losing, I'll have a whole bunch of signs to open up when I get back.
Ask the front desk if there's something people can mail you. If there's a way I can mail you something at that place.
I won't have a way to mount it anywhere.
I don't care. Just to see it. Just
Alrighty.
to see it. You can put it in that light to your
I'll ask
your
if
left.
there's a mailing address.
Hell yeah, brother. Other side.
Oh, that one?
Yeah. Right into that light. Down. Down. Down.
I went down. That's the right spot. God damn it.
Kinda. But for all you viewers, thank you for stopping by. Anyone that's that listened and stuck around or
Yeah, that was fun.
Proper English is hard. We appreciate you guys. We are going to actually do a real outro this time, so I'm stalling until I get the music going.
You can bring it up.
So we'll see you next week. Probably.
All right.
Bye.
Good deal. We'll catch y'all later.
Oh, God. Just kidding. Bye.